Shadow Beast, Evil Creature of Darkness, was released on February 2011 as a large-scale bonus figure in the Masters of the Universe Classics line. And behold, Shadow Beast in his beastie glory. Well, okay, you can't see the head part, but, well, the head is there and shoulders and so on. Box is just so big that you can't see them. Well, not yet anyway. And yeah, this here is Shadow Beast, one of many large-scale figures in the Masters of the Universe Classics line. And those of you who are familiar with Gygor, one other large-scale figure from this same toy line. This figure here is a repaint of Gygor, and it's the same size box because, well, it's a repaint of that figure, so it needs that scale box. But of course Titus size box would be too big. Yeah. And about Shadow Beast, well, this character or creature, or creatures actually, because they are more than one of these around, they are species of well, creatures, and they did appear in 1980s Filmation animation series, well, at least He-Man and Masters of the Universe series. I don't think they were in She-Ra Princess of Power, because these creatures are more of Eternian beasts. And Shadow Beast was also, well, appeared also in the early 2000 animated series produced by Mike Young Productions. Yeah. And personally I'm not sure if Shadow Beast has had any other appearances or has appeared in any other media except now in this Masters of the Universe Classics line, of course. Well, of course, because of that Mike Young Productions series, this guy were able to be made because Filmation rights were not acquired at that point. Of course, Mattel now has the rights to, or license to, produce also Filmation animation series based characters and figures and items and so on. Yeah. But now let's go and take a look at this box, which is big. There are bigger boxes in this line, but of course this is definitely bigger than standard 6-inch figure box. The side is like this, and like I said, this is exactly the same type of box. Well, exactly the same box where Gygor came. And this is the large scale figure item box, so there is these kinds of flaps and things, and it's technically resealable, even though it was not Mattel's intention to make it resealable, but who cares? it is, and it may be good for some. It was good for me when I still was in box collector. I kept my items in box, so it was nice that I could take, if I needed large scale items out of the box, and use them, take pictures and so on, and then put them inside the box. Well, at that time I only had Titus and Battle Cat, because I started this opening thing on summer 2010. Yeah, that's the bottom. But before taking a look to the back, let's take a look to the front. And this is how Shadow Beast looks inside the box. Evil creature of darkness. Yeah. Pretty brown figure. Yeah. And let's go to back of the box. And there you can see some already released figures, some even re-released, and all of the characters here are evil warriors, and in this line Shadow Beasts are kind of evil creatures, even though Filmation, well, animation series did show that Shadow Beasts are not through and through evil. They are able to do non-evil things too, but basically they are thought as being evil. They are kind of wild animals. So yeah, I know that in reality, in real world, that many wild animals are considered kind of being evil, even though they technically are not evil. They are just what they are. But yeah, here's a picture of Shadow Beast, but the main thing on the back, like always, is the bio. Okay, that was long enough you to pause it. And then there's the Evil Matty smiling and the MattyCollector.com logo, and some sentences or statements that, well, make Matto to avoid some possible problems. Yeah, and the usual collect them all thing is on the top side of the box. Well, that can be there, it's not important. Of course you should do like it says, collect them all. Well, I'm kind of doing it myself, and many others are also, but then there are those who don't. Well, it's their choice. Okay, that's it for the box. So let's go to opened figure review. Okay, and here it is, Shadow Beast out of its box. And like always, let's start this review from its, well, figure's joints. So first there's a wrist, goes around like it should be. Then there's this elbow joint, elbow hinge, and bicep turns and rotates. Then it's shoulder, hinge, and then ball. Head doesn't go more up and not much down either, though it goes side to side and all over, well, around at least. Then, like you can notice, there's no ab crunch joint or waist twist, and that's because this is a rotocast figure, and that production method, well, it kind of prevents using some joints, or doesn't allow using that much joints. So there, but figure does have these upper leg joints, no knees, solid knees, no movement there, but there is ankles that go all around, and that's it. No more, no less. That's all the joints there is. And for this next part, well, hands up. No, I'm not going to rub this figure, and I'm not going to threaten it with a gun. Nope, but it makes easier when the hands are lifted up. But first, let's take Gygor here, the big yellow ape, and let's compare these two figures. Well, at least this time it's kind of easy to notice which is which, because coloring is different. It's sometimes hard when you're comparing, for example, Skeletor and Battle Armor Skeletor, because they are same color and otherwise also mostly the same. But here you can, well, tell this apart. So first there's these lower feet, and like you can see, they are different. New sculpt on Shadow Beast, bottom of the feet and bottom here. On Gygor they are kind of, well, ape-like feet, while, well, Shadow Beast has beast-like feet, since it's a beast. Yeah. Coloring on this figure is pretty much what you can see now. There's brown in many shades and tones, but pretty much all the figure is brown. Well, there are a couple of exceptions, but those are very, very few. Then going up, the bodies are pretty much the same. Well, they are exactly the same from ankles upwards and to the neck, and then to the wrist, also, of course, on this side also, and here. These are identical with Geiger. Well, as far as the sculpt goes, of course coloring is different, but the details are same. So, well, let's put Geiger there. And like you can see, like I said, this is pretty brown, and those same furry details that are present on Geiger is present also on Shadow Beast, of course. Okay, and from the back, yeah. Then the hands, like I said, they are new sculpts, yeah. But like on Geiger, this right hand is where this right hand is this more closed. Also on Shadow Beast, this right hand is more closed, even though the hand is this beast-like monster claw, three-fingered thing. Then, and Shadow Beast doesn't want to stay up. Then the left side, like you can see, same thing. Geiger has more open hand on the left side, and Shadow Beast has also more beast-like hand, but still open, more open on the left side also. Yeah, and of course you can notice that heads they are different, where Geiger has mouth opened and kind of shouting thing going on there. Shadow Beast has closed mouth. And here ends our comparison, so let's put that there. So let's see Shadow Beast's face. Not bad. At least eyes are red and not brown or black or something. Well, I don't think those teeth are brown, they are more kind of yellowish white. Well, maybe very, very light brown. No, more yellowish kind of color. And here's the horn. I'm not sure if it's identical to Swiftwind. I still have it in the box, and it's going under my Christmas tree. Well, technically not mine, but my father's, because I'm going to open it there. I'm not sure if this is the same, but it's at least similar. And yeah, this is December 2011 when I'm filming this. So that's why Christmas talk. Yeah, but no more about that. So that's Shadow Beast. Stay up, okay. But well, this is mostly Shadow Beast. Well, this is all Shadow Beast, but there is one accessory for Shadow Beast, a weapon of choice, not bad looking weapon, pretty nice actually. This wooden branch club. Of course this is not wood, it's kind of rubbery plastic. And actually the handle was almost like this when I took it from the package. It's a little bit straighter now. But this is kind of nice looking, even though there is kind of paint errors. But probably one of the nicest looking weapons on this line, and one of the most detailed ones. So I like it a lot. I might even say I'm liking this weapon more than the Shadow Beast itself. Yeah, but let's give this weapon of choice to Shadow Beast like this, and when it's on figure's hand, it makes figures a little bit top heavy, and it may not want to stay standing up. Okay, so that's Shadow Beast, and like you probably guessed what I said, I'm not big fan of Shadow Beast. Well, at least it's not my favorite figure. Yeah, I actually like this one, I mean Gygor, more. It's not that Shadow Beast is a bad figure. I know there's fans who like it, yeah, and love it and so on, and nothing bad about that. It's just not for me, and I'm giving it 3 out of 5 points. One thing I have, what I don't like about this figure is that it's kind of too brown. Of course, Shadow Beast should look like this and be colored like this, but I like more colorful figures. And probably, even though I'm a big Filmation fan, and this figure pretty much looking like this appeared in Filmation cartoon series, but there was only a very few episodes where Shadow Beast or Shadow Beasts were appearing, and none of those episodes I never saw as a child. I only saw them after I had bought the DVD sets, and that's a few years ago, so it's not that long time ago. So I haven't, so there has not been 2 decades worth of waiting and wanting this character. Maybe that's one big reason also. Otherwise it's a nice figure, not many or at all defects, minor paint things, mainly on the weapon. Yeah, and even though I've said many times that I'm a fan of articulation, well, at least moderate amount of articulation. Of course, if every finger was articulated and so on, that might be too much. But in this case, well, like on Gaigor, there is really no need for, well, at least waist twist, there's no need for that, and not much of the ab crunch, even though that could be maybe nice if it was, but it's not needed. Not really. So if I had put aside my personal opinions, this would be pretty nice figure. Yeah, and I do recommend it to all, especially Filmation fans, of course, also for Mike Young Productions fans, because Mattel has said that this is, well, that's the reason we got this figure, because it was before we got those Filmation rights. Even though this is looking exactly like Filmation Shadow Beast. I was looking Beastly Shide Show episode yesterday, I think, and it pretty much looks exactly like in that episode. Yeah, of course I recommend this figure to every fan of this toy line, and well, pretty much to all who likes what they are seeing here. Figure is sold out from MatchCollector.com, like, well, most figures are. Since this figure was released before August 2011, it means that there's a chance we'll see a reissue of Shadow Beast. I'm not sure if there has been a reissue yet. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But still, this is one of those figures that belongs to time that are still open for reissues, at least in foreseeable future. Who knows if Mattel changes their minds and reissues figures released. Figures really, well, those figures that came on or after August 2011. But yeah, enough rambling here. If you like it, buy it. Resellers, you must go. But that's it for now. We see each other next time. But until then, it's goodbye for now.